Right, hello everybody out there watching on the IDA website. We're here in Kinsale, sunny Kinsale at last, for the final day of the Irish National Championships. I'm delighted to say I've got the three main contenders alongside me. Cameron Good here from Kinsale himself, Jay Bourke from Dublin, and Martin Byrne also from Dublin. And I'm going to speak to each one in turn in a minute, but just to let you know what's happened so far, we've had 6 races over the last 3 days. It's been up and down weather for the wind. The wind's mainly been consistent from about 210 degrees. It's been blowing between 10 and 15 knots, and today is looking like being a cracking last day. I haven't heard a forecast. Any of you guys heard a forecast?
Yeah, it's going west.
Going west.
10 knots.
Force 5.
Okay, force 5. So we may have the best sailing day of the lot. First, I'm going to introduce you to Cameron. Cameron's had a new boat now last 2 years, I think, Cameron?
Yeah, we've had it since July last year. It was Paul Rickard's boat for the previous year, so we bought it last July.
And what were your expectations for this championship before it started?
Well, we had a good start to the season. We went to France early to try and get a jump, and we did quite well in Douarnenez and in Deauville in the French Nationals, and we won the East Coast in Dublin. So we were hopeful to be competitive here, and we had a very good first day with a first and a second, but Martin has taken a big jump since. But we've had great races. It's been very close between the top 6 boats, I feel, in terms of finishing order. We've all been pretty much overlapped at the finishing line, but Martin has had that extra jump on the rest of us.
Yeah, it's been great close sailing. Now on my right, just next to me, is a good friend of mine, Jay Bourke, a little bit of the wild card in this championship. Jay and I have sailed together quite a bit in Etchells and Dragons, but Jay has now chartered a boat off me, thank you Jay, and
Paid him too.
Okay, pay me too. And I'm delighted to say he's still in the melting pot for the top space. How have you found it, Jay, coming back into the class?
Well, I just found out that my mass is spent, so I think I'm going to fly. I'm going to be really fast today. So, but I can't afford a boat, so it's great to be able to charter one. So, no, I'm delighted to be back in the class. It's good fun.
And how do you enjoy racing in Kinsale?
Oh, I love Kinsale, you know. They say it's the curling capital of Ireland, but I disagree with that. But because I run a few restaurants in Dublin, which are much better. But apart from that, I know it's great. We've had great fun, and we've eaten well, and we've drunken well, and there's lovely birds around the place, and you know, so it's great.
Great. And on my left, we have the pre-tournament favourite, the current Irish national champion and English Edinburgh Cup national champion, Martin Byrne. Martin, how do you think the day's going to go, or what are your plans for the day to try and maintain this slim lead you have?
Well, the slim lead is right. You know, the 5 points sounds like a lot, but in fact, mathematically, we can be very well beaten. So we're looking to win the race today, just like we have been winning 1 or 2 of the previous ones. We've got to keep a close eye on Jay and Cameron, and hopefully we'll save some points at the end of the day and lift the trophy.
And have you got anything to say to anybody out there about thinking next year to come to Kinsale for the Gold Cup? Is there anything you would recommend to them?
Well, I recommend that you come. I mean, Kinsale is just a magnificent location. I think the thought of having 70 or 80 dragons here for the Gold Cup is just awesome, and I think it'd be a spectacular sight seeing the fleet sail out past Charles Fort out into this great racetrack that you have here. It's fantastic.
Yeah. And Cameron, as the host of the club here, have you got anything to say for the people that might come to the Gold Cup next year?
Yeah, well, as I say, the club is really looking forward to it, as is the town, and as Martin says, if we could get 70-80 boats here, it would make a great event. The committee are working very hard on the logistics of this stage. We're talking to a number of potential sponsors, so we can have the adequate funds to run a very good event, and we're confident of doing that. And I say Kinsale's Yacht Club is really looking forward to the event, and it'll be a good weekend or a good week in September, and I think it'll bring a great end to a good Irish Dragon season with the Edinburgh Cup in Belfast, the Nationals in Dublin, and our plan is probably to hold the South Coast in Kinsale about 2 weeks beforehand. So if people would like to come earlier and check the waters, it would be a good time to come. So we're looking forward to it.
So that's great. So in rounding up then, everyone's got to come to Ireland next year. You may as well just bring your boat and leave it here. Keep drinking the Guinness, and I'll say to all 3 of you now, good luck, and may the best team win today.
Cheers.
Okay, thank you.